This conference will now be recorded.
So before we jump into the topic that is called as test automation or what is test automation? So what is automation as per your view? What is the concept of Selenium automation as per your view?
To automate the all the test cases.
What do you mean by automating the test cases exactly?
For an example, if you want to run a regression testing for manual, it will take a long time. In
Mm-hmm.
automation, it will take a less time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Nice, Iqbal. How about others? Haripriya, Girish, Madhupravananda. What's your views on test automation before we jump into the topic? Guys, I'm asking you a question.
It will minimize the manual effects.
Hmm.
Hmm?
And anything else?
It will reduce the time period of the test cases while
Haripriya,
they
I'm
are
so sorry. Can you be
exposed.
louder?
It will reduce the time period of the testing process. Uh,
Mm,
like I have
mm.
no clear idea
No,
about
no, no.
this.
It's okay. It's
This is the first
yeah,
time,
yeah.
so
Any
I
you,
just
everyone is open to make mistakes. I don't have an issue with it. So I just want to know what is your views, what is your understanding on this. So that is the reason I want to know. No matter if it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. We are all here to learn and help each other.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Haripriya, you can openly tell your views. For the people who have joined now, the question that I have posed is, what is test automation according to you, and what is your understanding with respect to test automation? Hmm? Guys, this is a very interactive session. I want a two-way answer. I expect it to be a two-way session rather than a one-way session because that's where we can know each other's, where we can know where who is lacking, who is good at it, so we can work accordingly and help you grow better. So you can talk. No one will judge you. So is my screen visible, guys?
Yeah, it's visible.
Mm. So this is the first question that I was asking of. We have already started this session. Why automation testing is important? Why? How about others? Like why? Girish, Haripriya, Viresh, Lata, Moni. You can. I hope you can have your essay in this point because we can know at what how much you know about automation. So basically, what they said about test automation is absolutely right. It reduces efforts, it reduces time, and all those things are absolutely fine. And another thing is it reduces the cost from the costs of the project. Have you ever heard this sentence that it reduces the overhead burden or the cost of the project?
Yeah, I heard.
Hmm. So when you sit with a service delivery guy or a service delivery person, for the people who are hearing the word for the service delivery for the first time, they are the ones who manage your finances and the planning of the project. Because whenever you're getting hired into, whenever you're getting onboarded into any project, we need a service delivery manager approval for it, because he knows how much budget I have to spend. I mean, if the resource is demanding something, how much budget can I allocate or something like that, because he knows how much money is left in the project. How do I ensure that I can get some profits from this projects? He has a complete math behind it. He or she has the complete math behind it. So that is why when you're onboarding a project, you'll always have a call with the service delivery manager sometimes, so that they will evaluate you, is this resource worthful in this project or not. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
So this is the image that I have in front of you. What can you understand or depict with the help of this image? What do you understand or depict with this image?
Pressure.
Pressure. Okay, that's a nice thing. Nice thing you said, Girish. Iqbal.
In automation, in manual, there is a lot of papers is there, time consuming is there in the
Mm-hmm.
manual. In automated, it can be relaxed, and once we run the test cases, it will run many
Mm-hmm.
times and reduce the time and
Mm-hmm.
efforts.
Okay. Okay. How about others? This image is very much self-explanatory. You need not think much about it. I just want your views on this. Come on, guys.
Manual is uh, take time, heavy, lot of time, and automation is less time.
Okay. Okay, we can take that also. Others?
I can say it's just a smart work.
Okay. May I know the name who spoke?
Yeah, it's Uma.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, Huma.
Yeah, it takes more time in manual.
Mm-hmm.
So in automation, so we not use that much manual work. So smartly
Mm-hmm.
he use the code and
Mm.
he can do a lot of work. I
Okay.
mean within time. When compared to manual, it takes very less time in
Mm-hmm.
automation.
Okay. Nice, 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 Huma.
Thank you.
So basically, our friend Iqbal said that a lot of paperwork is there. That was the olden days. Now we have a lot of Excel workbooks piled up in our systems. You always see right in the Excels, we have a lot of Excels, that okay, this sheet is there, that sheet is there. We have to do a cumulative analysis of this, that, and all the stuff. Whenever the application is going live, or whenever the application is handing over to the customer, what happens here basically? So basically, there will be a lot of hirikiri and happening. Harakiri will be stuff will be happening, because one Excel sheet is present in one place, another Excel sheet is present in another place. For one module, you have Excel sheet scenarios. This requirement traceability matrix is present at another place. So clubbing them all together, understanding and them and generating a report, it is one of the worst tasks that you can ever do. Most of the companies prefer to use Excel, whereas there are some 15 to 20% of the companies where they use test management tools properly, like Jira, TestRail, QTP, and ALM, etc. These are the tools that they use. So basically, when they use those tools, they make the life easier, a bit easier and simpler, because instead of Excel sheets, there will be everything present in the template. So the mapping, some of mapping, it will be automatically done, but the report generation is still difficult, because they have to put it in different folders, different places, etc., and all this stuff. Clear? Whereas automation, if you build a proper regression library, everything will be executed in an instant. I mean, everything will be executed properly, and Everything will be executed by itself, and we just need to evaluate the results. Okay, clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mm. So in order to achieve this a scenario where within a button click everything gets executed, everything gets run, everything generates the reports, do you think it will take a very small amount of time to build that kind of a framework, or do you think it will take a lot of time to build a framework, build such mechanism or utility where within a button click you will get all the detailed reports or the mechanism which is understandable by you as well as for the management?
It takes time, but than manual, it's very fast, I think.
Yes, absolutely fast. Why? Because once the path is set, then it will automatically run the show by itself. You need not care about it. Once you check everything is working properly, then it will run the same thing again and again. So Iqbal, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
But setting up a framework, it will take time.
Mm,
In manual, we can start as soon earlier for testing. But in
yes.
once we set up the framework, then it will be
Mm,
manual will take lot of time, but in automation it will run very fast.
yes, yes. It is similar to like the recently everyone has watched the movies like Triple R and KGF 2, right? Yes or no? I hope everyone has watched it.
Yep, yep.
Yes.
So basically, what happened? They took 5 years or 3 to 5 years of time to ensure that you have a very good feel of the movie that you're watching for 3 hours or 2.5 hours, right? They worked hard for 3 to 5 years to ensure that the audience who are sitting in front of you are not walking down or not feeling disappointed or depressed while watching the movie. They always try to ensure that the movie is a feel-good one. It appeals to all kinds of people. So similarly, it's similar to that only. We are trying to create a movie out of the testing. Automation testing, sometimes the managers or the leaders, they sometimes say that you are trying to create a movie of the testing. In order to create a movie, the pre-production work takes a lot of time. So say on the similar lines, this is also like that. Once the application is gone live, then only the real work of the automation starts. That is how when our automation scripts are live. Once our scripts are live, then obviously the expectations will be more. The expectations will be more. They'll be expecting some miracles or wonders that we will do, it seems. Clear? Now we understood
We
why
understood
how the
why.
concept of automation of is.
Yes.
So these are the pros of automation. Reliability. So as discussed prior that we can perform the same operations each and every time they are running, thereby eliminating human error. Because if I'm supposed to, if I give you a scenario like where I used to make 5,000 credit card payments, sometimes what happens manually, instead of a credit card on a overlook basis, you can select cash. So what happens in that situation? Then you're doing a wrong scenario or a wrong mistake, right? Yes or no?
Yes, we are doing a wrong scenario.
So in such situations, the automation is the one of the most reliable scripts that can help us do this. It can perform the same operation each and every time they run, thereby eliminating human errors. That is that reliable. Once the script is up and running, once you fix all the issues and stuff, it is much reliable and much faster also. And when it comes to repeatable, like just now I've told you the repeatable concept, enable the capability to see how the software reacts under repeated execution of the same operations. So just now what I told, 5,000 times you need to make a credit card payment to the particular account. So what happens? How the software is responding? Because it's a very huge amount that the application is handling, right? How the payment logs are captured, how the payment history details are given, how the statements or invoices are generated for that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So how the application behaves also can be tested here, provided if you write a script accordingly. Comprehensive. That means what? Understandability. Provides the ability to build a suite of tests that cover every feature in your application. We can build a set of test cases that covers each and every corner of the application. That is the main core niche of automation. Okay.
Okay.
And better quality software. As everyone said, ability to run more test cases in less number of time with reduced team size. You should always highlight the word reduced team size. For us, as testers, this is the point that we see. But if once your experience grows like around 8 years, 9 years or something like that, you will be focusing more on the word reduced team size. Because when I was at your experience like 4 to 5 years, this is the word I always used to focus. But after a while, when I grew big, so this is the word I always focus, reduce team size. Because this is what my service delivery manager is always focused on, right? Efficient testing with a lesser number of people so that he can show the profits to the company.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Reusability. Reusability means what? You can enable the reusability of tests on different versions of applications. Suppose if you want, now we have prepared a script that is in QA environment. Now we want to run the same script in SIT environment. Now we want to run the script in UAT environment. So with this, our scripts are so reusable that it can run in any environment in the same thing, provided the UI and the application is up and running. Clear? Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
So programmability provides the ability to program sophisticated tests that bring out the hidden information from the application. Sometimes what happens, sometimes manual testers make mistakes when it comes to UI testing. Whereas as per the requirement document, when you set a UI automation script, UI testing script accordingly by automation, it brings out the hidden information. Like suppose if a field is allowing us to enter, does not allow us to enter special characters, but it is allowing us to enter the special characters, that means it is bringing out the hidden information. Issues seem small, but it can be of a greater magnitude when the UAT users find it out, because UAT users first impression is the UI. If they feel that the UI is good only, then they'll care about the functionality. That's the first thing. If the UI is something of a mess, then they'll keep on logging bugs every day. Because if you get a lot of UI bugs, then the company will be under a fist. Why? Because what kind of UI testing have you done? It's always a question. So what happens? 90% of the organizations, they do not focus on UI testing. Actually, before project is going live, you need to do a sort of UI testing so that it's very easy for everyone to understand. Clear? I've just given you an example with
Yes.
respect to programmability.
Yes.
So as everyone said, automation tools run faster than manual processes. Sometimes people say it runs like the script runs like a Usain Bolt also. Yes or no?
Yeah, it sometimes it runs.
Yes.
Sometimes it runs like a Usain Bolt. I'm being serious on this.
Yes. Yes.
Cost reduction. So when you are saying reduce team size, obviously cost will be reduced, right?
Yes.
Clear? Clear with the
Clear.
advantages of
Yes.
automation?
Yes.
Anyone
Yes.
has any
Clear.
doubts, queries?
No.
Okay. How about others? I hear only two voices out of 14.
Yeah,
It's
no,
clear.
no. It's clear.
Okay. So another advantages is resource optimization. So basically, what do you mean by resource optimization? So basically, for a project, I'll discuss this more on a mathematical side. On a mathematical side, I'll discuss this. So basically, accuracy, greater precision, and lower errors than manual testing. Hope you all agree to this point, right? Accuracy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
So
accuracy
why?
obviously.
So wider test coverage. That means a scope to cover larger number of complex automated testing along with their execution over repeated period of time. So basically, there are in manual testing, you have a lot of complicated scenarios, right? You have to go through this module, that module, the data is transferring to that module, this module, perform action, come back. See, these kind of complicated scenarios are there, right? So if you do get it done by the automation, then what will be the responsibility of a manual tester? His or her range is to expand the range of the testing. Hmm?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
expand the range of testing. You can increase the scope of the testing. The more you increase the scope of the testing, the more beneficial is for the automation engineer to try to automate it, because he or she is making your life simpler, right? Yes or no? As a
Yes.
tester, I believe in not only testing the application, the tester should be creative in finding new scenarios, new bugs, finding more information or more details. That is that is when I believe that the tester is really great. Okay,
Yeah.
not only the execution part. He needs to be creative in finding new cases, new corners, new updates. Let it be small or big, but it should be there. Okay. Effective test management. When you're writing the automation script, it enables the test to be traced, updated, reused in the future to cover and execute when there are similar requirements and functionalities. Yes or no? If the same
Yes,
application
yes.
is given to another customer and bit of a label change, then you can use the same script and run there, right? Yes or no?
Right, we can use it.
So that saves that manual time, right? You need not perform both of sanity and smoke. You can directly hit on the functionality, and rest of the things automation team will take care of it. That is how you can do it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So before we go to the next slide, I just want to know if you are already working somewhere, how many are into manual testing or how many are into testing industry?
No, no, I'm
I'm
not
in manual
working
testing.
anywhere.
I am in
Okay,
manual test.
okay. We have
I'm
three
not
manual
working
testers in
anywhere.
the house.
Yeah.
Sorry? Sorry, someone has spoke.
Yeah, I'm not
Ah,
working anywhere. I just want to just learn about the automation when I want to attend the interviews if it is there.
okay, okay. Okay, nice. So we have around three manual testers in the house. So basically why I asked you this question is, whenever the automation is coming into picture, you should always remember that it is not replacing your jobs. It is just helping your jobs easier. I mean, I don't want all the manual testers to feel insecure that automation is taking over the things or something like that. It is just a utility that is helping you to make your life much easier. Okay.
Okay. Actually, it's helping a manual testers.
Yeah, actually, you should say you're helping the whole testing department, you can say, not only a manual tester. Because the same kind of
Yes.
activity can be used by the performance testing, or same kind of activity they'll be done by DB testing team also. Like you pump in the data, they will review the analysis of how much time it is taking for the records to insert in DB. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
If I expand my scope, then the automation is serving the organization. This is the statement I would like to say. Automation is in fact serving the organization, you can say.
Yes.
Clear?
Clear.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry, Hari Krishna?
it's clear.
Okay. So far, any doubts, guys, with respect to automation or something?
Till now, its concept is clear
Mm-hmm.
for me.
So, okay, okay. Cool. How about others?
Actually, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
As a automation tester, we need to gather the requirements from the manual tester, or we need to do individually. I mean,
You need to sit with the manual testers only.
okay, we need to gather from there, from them, right? Test cases and
Yes,
all.
yes, yes. All
Okay,
the functionalities for an automation team, your POs is the manual team only.
okay, okay, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Mm. So, what does this graph depict about? Can anyone say?
It shows the time consumption in manual testing and automation testing.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, blue lines for the manual testing, it will take a 160. For an example, my understanding is taking a 160 minutes for a manual tester.
Hours,
Hours,
hours.
160 hours. Whereas in automation, it will take only 60 hours, 16 hours to run a full regression testing.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Same as goes with the partial, sanity, and smoke.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Yes.
how about others?
It's reduced the hours basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And
How about others? Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, Iqbal, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
yeah, it's reduced the hours and it what we said, it will be much easier for the team to be get work completed in a limited hours.
Okay.
It's simply reducing time.
Mm. Okay. How about others? Haripriya, Hare Krishnan, Lata.
Reduce the time and cover the all test cases in single
Mm.
single attempt.
Okay. 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 Nice. Nice. How about others? Haripriya, Girish, Mauni, Amrita.
I feel the smoke test, when by looking at smoke test, it takes the same time, I think, right?
Uh,
Automation versus
yeah.
manual.
Okay. You're seeing it on a scale of 15, so it feels like it will take the same time.
Okay.
Since it's less number of cases, you might feel the same thing.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. So that's it.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. So basically, what is happening? Everyone is saying that time reduction, 0.2 hours, and all the stuff. So basically, as Uma said, it will not make much of a difference, but this numbers is given on account when a single person is testing the smoke, when a single user is running the automation script. Clear?
Clear.
Okay.
And one more thing, I will tell you one trick in automation. He need not do the cases sequentially, one user. He can run 8 test cases or 9 test cases at a time with automation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell
I
you
have
what
a
is.
doubt. For an example. For an example, if we have like application have a pages, a number
Hmm.
of pages, for an example, 4 to 5, we
Hmm.
can club pages at the same time also.
What do you mean by clubbing pages, Iqbal?
For an example, sir, if we having a 3 pages on auto in manually we are testing a pages separate wise, like 3 pages are
Hmm.
there. In
Hmm.
automation, we can write the whole script for the 3 pages at a time.
See, automation runs on test cases. Whatever test cases you give me for smoke, I'll do that only.
Okay,
Automation doesn't run on ad hoc manner, Iqbal.
okay,
It
okay,
all
sir.
depends on what data you give it to me. Don't call me sir, call me as Rahul. I mean,
Okay,
hmm. Okay.
okay, it's
So
clear for me.
yeah, yeah. So smoke on a sanity of 50 test cases, generally it will take one working day for a generally. I'm not so sure whether it is take more or less the time or a more time. So generally it will take one working day to finish the complete sanity testing of 50 cases, whereas it will take zero point 0.8 minutes what around 40 minutes 45 minutes to finish this sanity testing. So partial regression 40 hours means 5 working days. It's too much, right? For 250 days, you're doing a 5 working days means it's really bad, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because this is the scenario I faced in my company currently. Basically, what is happening? All the manual team members from 8 modules, they sit for 5 working days to finish the respective models, where I finish all the executions in one day. I finish all the executions in one day, and I'll not present the report directly, because if I start presenting the reports directly, then the expectations will be more, right?
Yeah.
See, sometimes it will be taken for a spin, because application loading takes time. Time wins. Again, I have to get it fixed from the dev team, and I have to get it done again, right?
Right.
Yes.
So again, when you are doing a full-blown regression testing, 160 hours, that means it is around 20 working days. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
So whereas automation team generally takes 2 working days to finish the suit. How this has been achieved is, basically in automation, people always believe that we run sequentially the test cases. But if you go deep into the automation, there is another concept called as parallel testing. I'll discuss more in detail in the future sessions, or if I reach to that point, I'll tell you more about it. We do a parallel testing. So by doing the parallel testing, our time will be reduced. Our execution time will be reduced drastically. Okay,
Okay.
clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So these many days, this much time, yeah. Iqbal, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, Rahul.
okay. So this much time we have seen the advantages, we have seen how the time reduces and all the stuff. Now you need to have some top 5 lessons. What do you mean by lessons? These are the mandates you should always remember as an automation engineer, because now if you are becoming an automation engineer, there are some set of rules that you need to understand and follow. You cannot make a mess out of it, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
First thing is, never ever automate a mess. Don't create a mess of whatever script you are preparing. Trust me, because there's a common thing with manual testers coming into automation that are trying to do. Always remember that don't create a mess. That is my first request to everyone. And take your time, ensure what is the subject that you are trying to automate, and build it accordingly. Okay. Hmm?
Okay.
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 Second point is, avoid unnecessary complex logic in your scripts. Unnecessary is the word that I have to mention. I forgot it. Avoid unnecessary logic, complex logic in your scripts. Okay.
Okay.
Because you're
Okay.
new to the testing, you're new to the coding, sometimes you tend to do some complex logic which are not necessary. 100% automation is not feasible. When any customer says, or when any interview that you attend, 100% automation is possible, right? It definitely not. Say them with say them say to the clients or the interviews from the bottom of your heart that 100% automation is not possible, because you cannot do image processing, you cannot do capture automation, you cannot do the image validation. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot cover some areas which are not feasible by testing. Hmm?
Yes.
You should not change the configurations of the application. That is also part of automation, right? Change the configurations and check. You cannot do such things. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Fourth thing, before becoming an automation engineer, you should need to have the basic knowledge of testing concepts. Beware of automators who doesn't understand testing. Clear?
Okay.
They need to have the basic idea and basic testing methodologies of what is regression, what is smoke, what are the different methodologies that we have, and all the stuff. If anyone has missed the crash course that I have taken in the last week, I've taken a crash course on the manual testing in the last week. So basically, where we have given the clear concepts of what are the different types of testing. I mean, if someone is new to testing, that sessions would be much helpful for them. If they're already into testing department and directly jumping into automation, that this is enough.
Okay.
So beware of automators who don't understand testing. You need to be very clear of the testing methodologies, test ideas, test plans that they make, and all the stuff. And last but not the least, test automation is a software development process, because you are building a code, you are deploying the code, you are checking whether everything is fine or not. And unfortunately, you will not have any testing team to test your scripts. You have to test it by yourself. And where they will, you have to share the reports to the manual team to review the test cases. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah.
No code
Yeah.
reviews will be then according for you. So it will take a lot of time for you. Because all are coming from manual background to automation background. So it will obviously take some time to get adjusted to the technical nuances or something. But it can be overcome if you practice it daily. The moment I start the programming concepts here, you can practice it daily. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Uh, Rahul, I didn't understand the last one, what you said. Please, can you again repeat it?
Which point?
The last one, fifth one, automation is a software development process is done.
Process. Hmm.
Regarding that, you have said some points. Can
Okay.
you again
So
repeat it, please?
basically Haripriya, test automation is a software development process. Why we said that point means because you need to build a framework, you need to build a script, you need to ensure that you're using the framework methods when you're preparing a
Okay.
script. Yes or no?
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
So this is all comes under development process, right? Hmm?
Yes. So if we need to do automation testing,
Hmm.
we have to know uh, full manual testing process, how it works
Not
and what is works and all.
not completely, but at least you need to have an idea of what is happening, right? If someone
Yeah,
says
yeah.
agile testing methodology, if someone says sprint, and if you put a blank space, doesn't it sound weird? Because you're working with the testing team, you're not
Yeah.
working with the development team, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, I have worked for 8 months on the manual testing, so I don't have complete knowledge on manual testing. So,
Okay.
just I'm asking like what all I have to learn if I want to move into automation. First, I should
Uh,
learn manual and
no,
then
no,
I
no
should
need.
move like
As I've told you prior, you just need to know the terminologies of what is regression, what is smoke, what is sanity.
okay,
You need to know
okay,
what is the waterfall agile methodology. You need to understand how the test cases are written.
okay. Only those are important in manual
Hmm.
testing.
As of
Testing.
now, for an automation engineer, these are the most important areas that you can cover.
Okay, okay, Rahul. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want more insights about automation, manual testing and the manual concepts that we require, recently we have covered a crash course for 4 days on manual testing.
Oh, okay, okay,
You can contact our team. They will share you the links and recordings for that.
okay, okay, Rahul. Thank you.
Mm, mm. So hope these 5 points are clear, right?
Yes.
Any doubts, anyone?
No, it's clear for me.
Yeah. Even it's a small or big one doesn't matter. But if you have a doubt, please clarify it here. Apart from others, I mean, not talking about Iqbal and Uma, others. Haripriya also taught. So this is the graph that I have from a service delivery point of view. Can anyone say who is the service delivery manager that we have talked of?
Who delivers to the client?
I think I don't have any knowledge, I mean, work
Just now we
experience,
have
but
discussed about service delivery manager.
yeah, it's like UAT environment.
Mm,
I mean,
mm,
um I mean, before going to the live, so they're gonna
mm.
check, right? I think that's the team called service delivery. I feel so.
Okay.
I'm not
At the
sure.
start, I've told you what is the service delivery manager. He is the one who approves the finances of the project. He is the one who checks up profits, margins, and all the stuff. He sees who are the job resources, who are up to the mark, who are not up to the mark. He does all these things. He or she does all these things.
Oh, then what is the role of a project manager?
That's what the service delivery manager can also turn out to be a project manager in some
Okay,
organizations.
okay, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Basically, both work hand in hand to ensure
Mhm.
that how is the project going on, whether it's going in tip-top shape or not. Hmm?
Okay.
Hmm. Clear?
Clear.
Yes, yes.
So, what do you understand by this image or the slide, you can say, with the with this graph?
Cost cutting.
Okay, and
And the team size.
okay, and
Uh, Number of build test cases.
mm-hmm.
When there is a more build, there is more scope for automation and cost would be more. But for manual,
Mm,
the cost is almost the same, consistent all over the build. Like whereas if there are only 10 sprints or 20 sprints also, the cost would be almost the same.
mm,
For running for
While comparing,
manual testing, it will take a more cost. For it automation, it will take a less cost.
okay.
so
So,
while
why do you think it will take more cost for manual team? I'm just
Because
asking.
team size will be big.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
the time span is also
For an example,
more.
I can say if 10 members are doing in manual testing, 10 members are working, the same work can be done by 2 to 3 automation testers.
Okay. Nice. Nice, nice. Nice. Go ahead
Manual
with your point.
testing take number of days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And automation is take less days.
Mm-hmm.
B- that's why cost efficiency is less.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So, agreeing with all your views, and hope everyone is clear with all the views that we have discussed here.
Yeah.
We
I
should,
feel by
yes,
looking at this graph, okay, carry on,
One
Haripriya.
minute.
You can.
okay, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Just
Okay, Uma, I guess Haripriya is clear
Okay,
with it. So,
okay, okay. I feel by looking at this image, the automation, I mean, thing is very, I mean, like constant, not much high. I mean, it's growing like constant way, but in manual testing, it's from low to it went very high.
mm,
The builds and all cost, everything, it's
mm,
looking very constant in not, I mean, not exactly.
mm,
It looks very constant. I mean, from the from the build 1 to 20. So I feel it's very, I mean, not getting very heavy. But in
mm,
manual, it shows very much difference.
mm-hmm,
I see that.
mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So uh, basically agreeing to this point, sometimes from a service delivery point of view, from a project manager point of view, basically what happens in the initial times, okay, I have 2 to 3 manual resources, bro, and you have 4 automation engineers. I mean, assume it. Okay, you have four
Okay.
automation. Okay, not 4, make it 3 automation engineers. So why do I need to spend time for this 3 resources? This is a service delivery point of view at the initial stage. So it
Okay.
is a duty of our test automation manager, test automation lead, or test lead to help them understand that initially we take this much time. So slowly, if you increase the number of builds, so assume that if the 20th build is going to go live, then you keep on adding a lot of senior members to the project, right? Yes or no?
Mhm.
You tend to
Yes.
keep on adding a lot of people to the project. Okay, this person is well experienced, well, he has handled a lot of go live things. So basically what you do, you add a lot of people into the same project and you see, okay, this is working or that is working, and you ask the juniors to say the set your views on this way. So what happens as the build increases, then the resources count also increases, right? The
Yes.
as soon as the modules are built, then obviously the resource will complain, right? I need more resources, I need more resources, I need more resources for testing. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yes.
So whereas automation team size or the cost effectively or nearby remains the same, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Effectively or nearby it remains the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Obviously if you build a obviously if you start building a very bigger suit, then obviously it will take a lot much time, right, to execute and all the stuff. Sometimes you may kick into overtime also to give the
Mhm.
analysis and report. So that is why we spend like, see, automation manual team has started with almost like a cost of 1 rupee. Like you assume that the left side of the graph, you say that if
Mhm.
it's in terms of rupees, like 2 rupees, 4 rupees, 6 rupees, assume that it started with 1 rupee, and by the time it went live, the cost of resources was like 20 rupees. Inflation,
Okay.
sort of inflation, right?
Mm.
Whereas automation resource, he started with some 4 rupees, again ended up with 6 rupees or something like that. Inflation is there, but a decent inflation for a service delivery manager. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, there is a ratio between manual testers and automation testers. It's like for every 4 manual testers, there should be 1 automation engineer. So always a 1:4 ratio should be maintained in the idealistic scenario. But trust me, that is not maintained.
Okay.
1:4 is the idealistic scenario that needs to be maintained. So in my company currently we have working on around 70 projects. So we have 3 automation resources for 70 projects. Just imagine how our life will be difficult.
Oh.
All are in go live, unfortunately. So that makes my life more difficult. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, run smoke in this project, run smoke in that project, run smoke in this project. I will not have time for enhancements also. Sometimes I'll be like, get lost. I'll sit for 3 days on enhancements. You do whatever you want.
Okay.
I mean, that is how the life gets difficult. That is how once you set the expectation, like it's like one project, if the automation concept gets hit, na, all the projects will
Mhm.
be seeking running behind it. It's like if a movie gets hit, all the producers will be running behind the director to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that it is. Trust me, once you have that fame and this thing, people will start running behind you. They'll be like, okay, you take your time, but हमारे लिए
Everything.
वो चाहिए.
Everything will be assigned to you only.
Assignment, you leave the assignment part. They'll be like, I want you to do, sir. I don't want to do it with your team. Dude, my team is also my. I'll do it with them. What is there?
Okay.
That is the problem. And another biggest thing is if customer likes our automation, this is the worst
Mhm.
you can see. Every month end financial activities. See, for every project they have the month end financial activities, month end billing that they generate, right?
Yeah.
So what do they do? Month end financial activities, month end all the stuff. What do they do basically? The clients need to do the adjustments, right? Everything and all from the application or from the UI side or whatever it is. Customers, they will send us the Excel sheet and they'll be like, okay, Rahul, I have this accounts this much amount. You do a credit adjustment on this.
Oh my God. Then again, you need to automate that.
And that too in a live production environment, not in a sit or
Mhm.
UAT or something. Directly in client environment, I have to automate.
Okay.
Now that is another challenge because even a 2 cents or 3 cents is lost, then again I have to give a detailed report of why I made a mistake, right? Hmm?
Yeah. Yes.
Because the customers prefer round down, whereas Indians prefer round up, right, in decimals.
Mhm.
Even for that, I wrote a root cause analysis document, because we Indians prefer round up, they prefer round down. That is why I had to written a one-page complete analysis of what is round up and round down for the difference in sense.
Mhm.
So that is how the real purpose of automation is turning out to be in a lot of organizations, and sooner the organizations are realizing the importance of automation. That is why you see in any JDs or anything, people are focused more on the multi-skill set people. They're preferring more of, in cricket you say all-rounders, right? Who knows both
Yeah.
batting and bowling, like that only.
Yes.
So clear?
Yes.
Or if someone doesn't know cricket, in other sports you can call them as wingers
Them
who
as
can
wingers
defend and
who
attack.
can defend and attack.
So this is the last image that we are going to see about the manual versus automation. This terminology I actually got it from my service delivery manager. All these things, what is the effort spent across execution efforts and all the stuff. This is a default template. There is nothing specific to any organizational thing. This is a default template. Hope if you all go and go through it and ask me for any doubts, it will be much easier.
What does it mean, like test development efforts, manual zero? I mean, they don't do any efforts?
Why? Because we have our scripts to build, right? We have to set up our framework in place, right? Yes or no?
Yes. But they do
That
write
is,
test cases and all, right?
yeah. The test cases, they also do it. They do it, but those are not comes under test development efforts, right? Those are all on the test case execution.
Okay.
So they'll
Mm-hmm.
prepare the test cases before the application is handed over to you, right? In an idealistic scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Hmm. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, Iqbal, go ahead.
Here I need to understand total automated executors days per year.
Okay. Total
J
automated execution days per year. Like generally, what happens once a script is ready and built, it just needs to trigger the play button and go, right? Yes or no?
yes,
The time spent on setting up the execution and all the stuff also comes under total automated executions per year, right? He needs to set up everything and run, right? He or she needs
yes.
to set up. So how much efforts he spends on it?
Okay,
Clear?
clear.
Hmm. And the minimum time he can spend for analysis.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's clear for me.
How about others? Haripriya, Hari Krishna, Nasar, Girish.
It's clear, Rahul.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
clear. Okay.
Any doubts?
No.
No.
Okay. That's great. That's great. And what is the next concept? Okay. So that's it for the day, guys. Hope you all like the demo session of our Selenium with Java. So tomorrow we'll be continuing about the different tools of automation scripting. I mean, different tools that are present in the market and why are we choosing Selenium. Okay. Today is
Okay.
the intro session about
Okay.
what is automation, why automation, what are the advantages of automation. We have all seen these areas. Now we'll see the different tools of
Yeah,
automation.
Rahul. Yeah, I have one doubt. After the this thing, explanation part, do we have the practical this thing? Like
Yeah, like let
we'll
me
do a
for
practical there.
yeah, everything that I teach about the Java basics and all the stuff, nothing is theory. Everything will be done in live in front of you, right from Eclipse Java setup to all. Everything will be done live in front of you.
Okay. No, we will do it practically if we wanted to do it practical practice
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
literally.
yeah, yeah.
It is
Initially,
also there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we always cover all the practical scenarios only. Most of the time, when it comes to automation, for the first 15 days, we'll be covering only the Java basics, where we understand what is what and all the stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Thank you,
So
Rahul.
first I tend to ensure that you get your basics right, because once you get your
Okay.
basics
Yes.
right, then I can do all kinds of scenarios that I want to.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
It means first you're gonna cover Java topics and then
Mm,
jump into automation script, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. How long it takes to complete the
Ideally,
script?
it will take 30 to 45 days.
Okay. Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. Got it.
got it. Cool. And I see you all tomorrow. The same set of people
Yep.
I have today. I hope I see them tomorrow. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting, trust me.
you. Yes. 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 Rahul.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.